Hi, so we're on to part 2. Valentine. Festival, ritual, or celebration? Let's discuss. Before we begin proper, I would like us to take a text. Daniel chapter 7, verse 25. I'll read. And he shall speak great words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High, and think to change times and laws. And they shall be given into his hand until a time and times and the dividing of time. May the Lord add his blessings to the reading of his holy word. All right, so in our introductory episode, we found out how that the world at certain points in time is being ruled by the world power appointed as at that time, all right, or allowed to rule by God. And we found out that the last world power ruling right now till the coming of Christ is going to be the Roman Empire. And we saw how that the Romans, they were the ones who imposed their feast upon us, all right? So when the Romans began to rule, we had a Roman calendar. Before then, the calendar wasn't like that. It wasn't the names of the months of the year were not named according to Roman festivals, all right? The names of the planets of the world were not named according to Roman demon gods, all right? Even the days of the week. Monday is Monadek. Tuesday, Tew. They're all names of demons. Okay, so now, what is it about February 14th? What is it about Valentine? I would have us to know that this year's Valentine is very peculiar because this year's Valentine's Day, February 14th, comes after Friday the 13th. In the scripture, 13 is the number of rebellion. All right? In this word of the spirit, 13 is like it's like Satan's number. It's a number of rebellion. Now, God deals with number 12. When God was to raise a nation through Jacob, he used 12 sons of Jacob. When God also called Father Abraham, he called Father Abraham in Genesis chapter 12. When Jesus came upon the face of the earth and he was to choose disciples, he chose 12 disciples. When Elijah was on Mount Carmel in 1 Kings chapter 18 and he was about to repair the altar for the fire to fall, he put in place 12 stones. In the book of Revelation chapter 21, when John the Beloved was describing towards the kingdom of heaven, he said the kingdom of heaven has 12 gates and it has 12 foundations. So God deals with the number 12. But there's somebody that wants to look like God, but he's not God. And I will read you his intentions from the book of Isaiah chapter 14, 24. All right, please can we go to the scriptures now? Isaiah chapter 14. Yeah. Isaiah chapter 14. Okay, all right. So let's see what it says here. Okay. Isaiah chapter 24, verse 14. Yes. Yeah. Isaiah 24, verse 14. Okay. All right. Okay. Sorry, Isaiah 14. Sorry. Isaiah chapter 14, verse 14. Sorry, my mistake. Isaiah chapter 14, verse 14. Let's see what Lucifer was saying in his heart before he prepared the rebellion against God. All right. Isaiah 14, verse 14. What did he say? He said, let me take from verse 12 for emphasis. Isaiah 14, verse 12. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou called down to the ground, which did weaken the nations? For thou hast said in thy heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of God. This is rebellion. This rebellion is coming in verse 13. All right. I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north. This is God's position. The north is the highest position where God stays, Mount Zion. All right. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be what? Like the Most High. He is not the Most High, but he will be like the Most High. So when God will use the number 12 to stand for foundation, for in the spirit, according to God, 12 is the number of foundation. Satan will come in by using the number 13. So 13 looks like 12, just one digit away, but it is not it. 13 is the number of rebellion. All right. Now I will go to Revelation chapter 13 again. Let's see what John revealed in there. Revelation chapter 13. Okay. Revelation chapter 13, the last book of the New Testament. and one of the most quoted books in the Bible. Revelation 13 verse 1. And I stood upon the sand of the sea and saw a beast rise up out of the sea, having 7 heads and 10 horns, and upon his horns 10 crowns, and upon his heads the name of what? Blasphemy. So this is Satan appearing in Revelation chapter 13. So this year, the day before Valentine fell on Friday the 13th. If you go back into Hollywood blockbuster movies from the horror genre, you will see there are movies that are called Friday the 13th. For example, movies about Jason, Freddy Krueger, Nightmare on Elm Street, horror movies. They will tell you that Friday the 13th is a horror day where the gates of hell are opened for demons to unleash terror upon the face of the earth. Now, the Friday the 13th this month came just before Valentine. So you have to understand that this year's Valentine, Satan, the gates of hell are going to come up against mortal men to make them break the gates of morality that they may sin against God. All right. Having said this, so what is Valentine? So many people have brought Valentine from history, but I would summarize it the best way I can. The Romans, before they were known to become a religious nation, Roman Catholicism, the Romans, while it was pagan Rome, they used to observe a feast called the Feast of Lupercalia. In this Feast of Lupercalia, rituals are carried out by sacrifices being put at different junctions. These sacrifices that are put at the junctions, mind you, the month of February is a month of atonement and purification according to the ancient Roman festival. So sacrifices are put to purify people and all that. Then February 14th, they usually celebrate a feast of what they call the Feast of Lupercalia. So you put sacrifices at the junctions and then you purify yourself so that you can be able to take in. According to them, it was for people who needed children. So the modus operandi on how to get children didn't matter to them. Once they performed the feast, the men and women, the men looking for how to give their seed to women in terms of copulation, and the women looking for how to become pregnant and all that, they would go to a particular cave. They would wear masks, and a demon, a wolf, will come out with claws and put his hands upon the wombs of the women, signifying to them that they have become purified. Now, after all this, there is a pot wherein the names of ladies are put. These ladies, you don't know them. They're masked up. They put mask. This is where mask party came from. They put mask on their faces. So they put their names in the pot. Then the men also put their names in the pot. So any woman seeking to have carnal knowledge with any man goes to the pot and picks a name. The name could be her father, could be her brother, could be anybody. And then they go in that night and they perform their acts. The men also go, put their hands in the pot, pick a name of any female, any lady they see the other day, no matter whether they're related by blood or not, they go in and they perform an evil act. This was called the Feast of Lupercalia. It was a day of immorality. It was a day of sin freely. It was a day of breaking the boundaries of consecration. It was called the Feast of Lupercalia. It was celebrated long before the Romans became a religious body on February the 14th. I would like to stop here. And in part 3, we will begin to see the conversion. How did this get its place into the church world today? God bless you.